When I was 17 years old and chronic OCD had started, I thought I would find one magic phrase or sentence that would snap everything into place and I would recover. And that took me years to realize that that wasn't the case. And online there is so much junk that talks about like, oh, just put a deadline on your recovery, do lots of exposures for a week and then it should be gone, or do this magic, read this magic book and then you learn these things and then you never have OCD again. It ain't that simple. It's a gradual change in perception, you know, and if anyone would know that, it would be me, because I'm working with people all the time, with people are coming in the door that have got not mild OCD, people are coming in with chronic severe OCD every day from all over the world, all the time. Now, if I was able to just give out some quick, easy thing that I just said, oh, here, read this, oh, here, just do that, and then just quickly they get better, everyone would be doing it and it'd be all over the world and everyone would just be giving that thing out. It's not that simple. It takes real persistence, looking at each person's problem, changing their perception on it, looking at why they're stuck, really looking at how they're operating. Is it internal control? Are they going too hard on control? Are they doing a lot of reassurance? Are they doing a lot of avoidance? Really looking at that. And, you know, every single day, I have got to deliver that. So when someone's coming in, they're coming in to see me not because they thought I want to have a friendly chat with Rob. They're doing it because they're coming and they're like, I've got to get better now. I've got to improve. I've been to countless people. I'm not improving. Rob, can you help me go through these steps to help me work through the recovery process to get better? And that's absolutely key. And I have to work on delivering that. And so you can't just wing OCD recovery with just a couple of ideas that you just say lightly, or some book about sort of asking the universe and allow this all to solve itself out, or just magically changing your relationship with thoughts very quickly. It ain't that simple, you know? It's got to be persistence. It's got to be regular changing of your perception. It's got to be reading. It's got to be understanding. It's got to be learning to have compassion for yourself, learning to not beat yourself up, learning about acceptance, unconditional self-life and other acceptance, understanding what that involves, understanding how to apply that to yourself in all areas of life, learning to see other people with OCD and how their OCD's got them stuck, and then thinking how you in your head would think for them to get out of their problem, because then it relates to yours. And those steps, bit by bit, that intensive learning there is what's going to get you to a position of recovery. And I can't highlight enough that it's a life-changing, empowering journey that transforms your life. It really, really does. But that means that there has to be persistence and hard work to make that change, because no change ever happens without that, at that level of change that you require to stop that disabling OCD, chronic anxiety, guilt and shame cycle. It's not your situation's unique or anything like that. It's your perceptions about your situation. That's all it is. I have to look at people's perceptions in relation to all their different situations. And, you know, when I pick up the phone and I'm speaking to someone, I'm looking at all different environments. I have often a translator. We have different translators for the different countries we work with, and I have a translator with me working to give me that information of what that person's thinking, so that I can understand. Because if they can't speak English very well and they can't even put that into words, that's one barrier. Then there'll be another barrier that they've been stuck for years and very scared to even say anything. That's another barrier. There's tons of these little barriers along the OCD recovery journey. Not knowing you have OCD, not knowing how to recover, not being able to put it in words, not being able to find someone to help you, millions of barriers. And so when they get in that situation, it's quickly processing what's the best direction for recovery, what are the most important steps to do first. Now, what I'm highlighting here is you can't just do it bang, 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 and it's all done in a week. That's not how it works. You can move fast once you start to understand what you need to do. And there will be ups and downs like a roller coaster, peaks and troughs. Sometimes you feel you've plateaued, sometimes you're feeling better, sometimes you're feeling worse, sometimes you feel at square one, and that's all part of the process for the recovery journey. Recovery doesn't matter on how long you've been stuck, what the fear, what the real event thing you think you did, none of it matters. It's all on change of perception. And that's key.